Welcome to the Internet of Things Made Simple. I'm Larry by Humor. This is our fourth preview episode. Full episodes start on November 1st and are available pretty much anywhere you download podcasts. Today we're talking about Tesla's Autopilot. And yeah, I'm sorry to tell you, it probably is a better driver than you. Before we get into that, I want to talk about my crush or fascination I have with Tesla. I've often referred to them as being the ultimate IoT company. I don't believe any other company out there, and sorry to some of our customers who might yell at me for this, combine the sensors and connectivity anywhere near as cool as they do. It's not unusual for people to refer to a Tesla car as being a smartphone with wheels. In fact, the idea of having a 17-inch touchscreen as your main interface with a car only helps to push that image further along. Tesla definitely is the future of automobiles. All they need now is for Elon Musk to be quiet when it comes to his stock and to fix some of their production and definitely their delivery issues. Once they do that, I think they're going to be fine. Two things that separate Tesla vehicles from everybody else. One is their advanced use of over-the-air technology and over-the-air updates. The other day I heard they had updated a major brake issue over the air. That kind of was staggering to me. I can see updating different algorithms for, the transmission, but whatever they did over the air for brakes, that's just kind of incredible to me. The second thing is that the technology they use, sure, obviously a lot of it's for performance. Those things are faster than any other car on the road. But they've also put a lot of technology towards safety. And you're going to see some of the numbers in the next segment that kind of discuss just the kind of results they're getting from that extra investment in safety. Back in a sec. Okay, so a recent report from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration shed some light on the safety of Tesla's vehicles. It was announced that a Tesla vehicle with the autopilot engaged has an accident roughly every 3.3 million miles. This compares to the average vehicle with the average driver having an accident about every 500,000 miles. Put another way, Tesla's Autopilot is 6 times less likely to be in an accident than the average driver. The other part that was kind of intriguing was Tesla cars driven without the Autopilot are still 3 to 4 times less likely to be in an accident than the average car. I believe that's for 2 reasons. One, even without the Autopilot engaged, there's still a lot of safety technology on Tesla vehicles that's simply not available on the average car. The other part is, accidents tend to decrease as you get a bit older, and Tesla owners tend to be a bit older. If you think about it, it kind of makes sense because you need to have your own parking space and you need to have access to a high voltage charging station, and these things tend to be for homeowners. When we return in the final segment, we're going to talk about the 5 things that self-driving cars do not do that human drivers do, and that's what makes them more safe. Back soon. Okay, so here are 5 things that self-driving cars do not do that human drivers do. And I understand not everyone does these things and you definitely don't do them all the time. But the fact that self-driving cars never do these things definitely makes them safer in the long run. Number 1, self-driving cars don't speed. They go the same speed limit all the time and they're constantly watching out for this. Humans, on the other hand, get caught up listening to a great song on the radio and look down and you're well over the speed limit, or you might be running late for an appointment. And speed definitely kills. Number 2, they don't get tired. They're able to sense the same way all the time, the cameras work the same way all the time, their performance doesn't suffer. Humans, on the other hand, have insomnia, they have kids that scream all night keeping them up. They have long days at the office, whatever it might be. 3, they don't get distracted. Humans might have kids to yell at in the back seat. They might see a cool billboard while driving. You might get a text that you shouldn't look at, but you look at really quickly anyways. Self-driving cars do none of this. 4, they don't get emotional. They don't yell at other drivers in traffic. They don't get screamed at by their boss and carry that with them into the car. And they don't have simply days where they don't feel themselves. They always drive at the same consistency. Number 5, they don't drink alcohol and they don't do drugs. And yes, I know the rates of these things have definitely fallen in most places, and that's wonderful. But the reality is that one drink or one puff of a joint will make you a little less focused on the road. So by not doing these things, it kind of makes sense that by default, self-driving cars should be better than us. But they're not there yet. But I'm sure over time they will be. Thanks for listening. I'm Larry Bohumor. Download more episodes wherever you find your podcast.